All right. What's up, guys? Six wealthy teens versus one super broke teen. Now, I'm not broke, but I'm not rich. I say I'm mid low class. Like, I'm touching mid class, but I'm still low class citizen.
What does everyone's parents do? My dad is a senior manager for a cool computer tech company. My mom works for NBC and my dad works for DirecTV.
I actually don't have a dad. My mom, when she was 35, she decided that she didn't need a man, and she went through sperm donation. She opened up a business for cancer patients for areola replacement and permanent cosmetics.
She said her mom was single, and a lot of single parents oftentimes struggle a little bit more. That's not the case for every single parent, but my mom's a psychiatric technician and my dad is a farrier. So he does horseshoes on horses.
My mom owns a beauty salon, so she does something similar to what your mom does. And then my dad, I don't know how to explain his job, but he's the manager of a school district. So.
They mentioned that their mom owned a hair salon. There's a possibility of that having unsteady income.
What cars do you guys' parents drive?
I have a Lexus, a BMW, and a Volvo.
My mom drives a Tesla, and my dad has kind of like a Jeep, but not really a Jeep. I don't really know what it's called.
My mom was driving a 2003 Dodge Ram with 200,000 miles on it, but she just got a Mercedes yesterday.
Go, Mom. I live in a beach town. Cars aren't super.
I don't even know the fuck my parents drive. I know my mom drives this little ass Mini Cooper. My dad drives the big ass SUV.
Important to us, but my dad is really into motorcycles, so he drives a motorcycle.
I own 3 BMWs, so my car, both my parents' cars are BMW. We're all BMW lovers, so.
On abortion, who does Oz want in control?
Local political leaders.
Oz will let local political...
Right.
Oh.
Abby and June. Okay, guys, that's 60.
Right. Who's the brokie? Who's the brokie? Who's the brokie? Let's look at the fits. Okay. AF1s. I don't really know. I can't tell actually.
I moved a lot of places because my dad's really career driven. I grew up in Connecticut. I live really close to the beach and that's my passion. I grew up going on vacations every year. I'm very well traveled. We could talk about that if you want. I can talk about that. Do you want to hear or no? Is that 60 seconds?
We weren't always wealthy, so I don't know what else to say. We go on vacations a lot. I have aspirations to be a doctor. My parents have put me to be a doctor. They both went to college. We're really privileged, thankfully.
That doesn't give nothing at all.
Good luck, guys. I was really quiet, so I think that's kind of what made everyone vote me out so easily.
So it was a tie last round, and just out of curiosity, what reason between June and I, did you think was inherently poor or low income? How did you judge that based off of knowing us for 5 minutes?
I think my dad always ingrained into my brain that people who drive motorcycles are really unsafe, and that's not a good decision to make. I'm like, okay, Dad.
I have a question.
That means you're poor? Bro, motorcycles are expensive as fuck. Especially take care of in the gear. Motorcycles sometimes even outrange cars.
Question for you.
Yes.
Did you go to private school?
Yeah, I went to private school when I was younger, and then I moved to public school only because when I moved houses, there wasn't any good private schools near me, and also I really like my public high school experience.
Do you go to public or private school?
Public.
Okay.
I think prior to this year, I think I went to a lot of stereotypically rich kid schools. When I was in elementary, we were starting iPad. We had iPads in first grade, And then in 3rd grade, we started having like Chromebooks. Like I have like a lot of friends from just like in a lot of different districts. And then they all were like, they only started getting Chromebooks when they were in like 5th grade.
She kept talking about Chromebooks. So I was like, is she trying to like take us to a different direction about Chromebooks? So I was like, okay, I don't want to know about Chromebooks, so.
I went to East Catholic, which was a public school or private school.
So I go to a public school because my mom didn't want to drive me super far to go to private school.
Yeah, they were like all like an hour away, and my mom was not about to drive me an hour away for school.
So I went to an academy for middle school, and then now I'm in a public high school. It's close to the beach, and it has programs for the science stuff that I like.
There was another tie this round, so there will be another tiebreaker round, the 60-second pitch. And this time it is between Sandra and Abby.
So I actually, you know, make a lot of my own money.
You know, I want to make a joke here. But I don't know if I should. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I'm surprised they haven't voted the black girl out. It just didn't hit the same, didn't it? It just didn't hit the same. And I can't even defend myself here. I shouldn't have said it.
By myself, my mom, she
It's
really
because they always vote. Always in these Jubilee videos, they always vote the black person out. So I'm surprised they didn't do that.
to like stress financial independence. So I'm actually a content creator. My main platform is TikTok, and I do a lot of like fashion and like modeling content. Last year I learned how to like work with brands and like make a lot of money from that, which you can make a lot of money if you guys are interested in social media. You definitely get into it.
Forgot to mention that we also vacation, if that means anything to you, in Europe, in like Scotland and stuff, because a lot of my family lives out there. I also create content. I love video games. I don't have a job myself because I'm really focused on academics, but doing something like you talked about doing would be really cool. I'm not the mole. I promise you.
And for the first time today, there's a second time.
Oh my God. Shit.
Why don't you guys like hold for a second and come up with one question to ask both of them?
Okay.
Hey, Pennsylvania. Election Day is Tuesday,
That's
November
crazy.
8th. Find your polling location at
The colored folk are richer than the white folk?
So, what?
Y'all realize that? The colored folk are richer than the colored folk are richer than the white folk. That's crazy.
What college do you want to go to?
Oh, yes.
And do your parents plan on funding it?
So yes, they're gonna fund it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how much it works because with my parents, it's never been an issue. Like they've always been very clear that like, we're really lucky and we have the ability to support you in whatever you wanna do, which is why they're not hard on me for my grades. My dream school is UCSB, or I really wanna study abroad in like Europe or Asia or something like that.
Who funds your college?
Okay, so I'm actually on full ride to USC on Questbridge, which is like a scholarship for people in Connecticut, like a local scholarship.
Do you pay for like everything else, like daily expenses, or like?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Mom?
Like, I've been working since I was 15 as well. Like I was working in a restaurant when I was in Connecticut. Yeah, and then I started, you know, actually making like money from brands.
We decided to vote Chandra out. No hard feelings. Yeah, I was gonna say, can we give her a hug?
I would have still voted for Abby if I'm being honest. But then he typed out like this long paragraph.
Like the Sahara Desert.
I've been voting for Chandra since the beginning, and I feel like she had known what the value of a dollar was because she saw her mom struggle, and she wanted to make a better life for herself because her mom stressed that Chandra needed to be financially independent to live a better life. And then everyone kind of just agreed with that.
Hope you guys got them all. I think they voted me out because I said like that it was through scholarship. Like,
she got some big ass arms. God damn, she aki as hell. Bro, look at her arms. She is ak.
why would she need a scholarship if she has so much money? And that like I have a high work ethic, so I think that's why.
If you want to keep playing, raise your hand on 3.
Shorty ak as hell.
2, 3.
Never mind.
The box turns green, you guys.
Y'all voted 2 people out.
And you guys win the cash prize together. If the box turns red, the mole is still against you guys, and they win the entire
There's no way they won. There's no way. Fuck! No way!
I'm gonna count to 3, and then on 3 the moles will reveal themselves, okay?
It's her. I don't know actually. You knew she was the brokie!
Low income, you know, my whole life. Questbridge is actually a scholarship, which I am on full ride for low income students who are like high achieving. Like it's also been hard because it's like my mom, she, you know, has gone.
I don't give a fuck.